Hey guys, LongHaul Larry, and we are in the yard. We're our little mobile service, trailer service repair. I can't think of something else to put it with it. I didn't bring my microphone, just stuff. There's trucks running nearby and stuff. I'm actually over here at the lots, the old lot that we used to be. I guess our new lot didn't have a spot open. And so the driveway needed to drop, so the boss told him to drop it over here. They still have trucks to drop over here. I don't really know what the deal. I thought they were supposed to start construction on this place, whatever. But while this trailer is here, this is R73, there's a couple things that can be done on it. And so I have swung over here. I'm going to see what I can do for a few hours. Things that we have to do on this trailer are the left corner post and the right corner post. And what he's talking about, here I'll show you guys. So those pieces of chrome that go up in the corners, you see how that's been dented? Somebody's ran into that one. That one's been crunched up pretty good. He wants those replaced, but that's a lot of work, and we don't have them. He has to get them first. He took one to a utility place, and it cost quite a bit to do that. So he's going to get the new ones and stuff, and I'm going to have to drill all those rivets out. I won't be able to put those blind rivets in, because you have to go from behind and stuff. I'll have to put regular pop rivets. I don't know how he feels about that. That's what I told him. He said it's fine. So, I don't know. That'll be something in the future. Let's see. What else do we have to list? Right side mud flap bracket is bent. The air hanger spring is hanging down. Install, it's a keep trucking tracker thing. It's a little device once installed. DOT, grease, digital load scale, check of the lights, and driver says he's having an issue sliding the tandems. So I think at peak it will see that it's all operating correctly. And he also has blowout plates, installed blowout plates. Well, I don't have them cut. I don't have much time anyways. That takes like 4 to 6 hours to do all that. I don't have the time tonight. I'm just going to basically probably do the mud flap bracket, check out the spring for the airlines, maybe do the tracker thing, probably DOT, grease, check the lights, and check out the tandems. So I'm going to get started and see what I got here. Alright guys, what we're doing here is, this is the mud flap. And you can see this bracket, how it's bent. Tire has blown or something and bent the bracket, and the mud flap is actually, it's got a big tear in it. So I got new mud flaps. We'll just change this out. So I'm going to change this out, take the mud flap off, and then I'm just going to use the vise here and see if I can straighten. I have new brackets and everything, but this is not too big of a deal. I think we should just be able to change this and bend this around and get it straight. So I'm going to straighten this out the best I can and then put a new mud flap on her quick and reinstall. So I think I got it just about bent. I'm using just the vice grips to try to get somewhat back into shape. It's pretty close. Trying not to make as much noise as I can because there's truckers sleeping around. I am going to have to hit it with a hammer though. I'm going to try to be quick about it though. That looks pretty good actually. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Hey, think about it, I probably just made the camera jump a couple feet. Oh, there we go. That's much better. Good to go. Now we gotta just put another mud flap in. That's the cool thing about this ratchet, this electric ratchet, that I found from Chemo, is if you don't put power to it, then you can really actually put some torque onto it. And some of these electric ratchets that'll bust the gears. This one here, I have not had a problem yet. And you can use it just like a regular ratchet and really put some torque on it. So there we go. So now I can go mount it back up, and that'll be done. We can check that off the list. And I did find something else while I was under there. I'll take care of it. All right. Actually, flip the light over. There we go. Now it's there. So always got to mount our mud flap back in. Pretty simple, dimple. 4 bolts. He actually bought all new kits with the spring. These are made by Hendrickson, and they have a spring thing here that these give if they get hit by a blown tire or something. And he was saying something about some of them, he thought that some of the spring things were messed up and some of the brackets, so just use the pieces and parts out of them. We got away with fixing this one without using any of it. And there we go. Now we got brackets. New mud flap brackets. I know I should be having my microphones and everything. But another problem that I saw when I was down here, it's right here. Can anybody see the problem? I'm giving you a minute. Giving you a minute. I'd say your minute's up. Basically what the problem is the slack adjuster. This is a self-adjusting slack adjuster. And the way that it self-adjusts is that when the brake is depressed in this clevis here will change as it moves up and down. It changes angle on this. And this arm moves up and down into a set of cam gears inside a slack adjuster. And if there is room between the brake pad, if there's extra room, it will ratchet. Well, the pin is gone. So the slack adjuster is no longer working. I'm hoping that the gears are not stripped inside, that I can get it to come down. I think we're good there. Yeah, looks that way. Let's put the light over here. And a lot of times what you can do, I don't think I brought the right socket, did I? I don't think so. Oh, there we go. Is you can adjust the brake and that will make, okay, there we go. Yep, we're gonna get this. And what I did is I took a clevis pin out of one of the new socket discs, because we don't have any clevis pins. I gotta put that on the list, get clevis pins. And we put the clevis pin in there. I was just gonna put a 1/4-20 bolt through there for now, until later. But then I started thinking, I'm like, the new socket disc should have clevis pin in it. And so I opened up with the boxes and I stole one out. But we put some anti-seize on there. You always want these to roll. If these pins do not rotate, this one and this one, if they will not rotate, that will cause it to bind. And if it binds, then it will no longer be an effective slack adjuster. Now, I don't have a regular pliers in here. There's things I need yet. Find out these things as they work, you know what I mean? Here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten the slack adjuster, and that'll put pressure on that pin and keep it from turning. There we go. And I can bend my, just like so. There we go. And I can tell you right now, I think this is working fine. But I am going to put air to the system. And see what's going on. See another problem. There's an ABS line up here. You see it had some coax cable on there to keep it from rubbing, and it was off. And you can see it was rubbing against there. Probably should put a zip tie on that. I can see another problem. You see that up there? Somebody has replaced the brake chamber up there, and they have put a fully threaded rod into it. It almost looks like it's crooked, and you can see the jam nut is halfway up the threaded rod, so they don't even have it locked in. So the next stage I'm going to have to do is put air to this trailer. Probably had this thing in a TA or something. Yeah, that angle is not even close to being correct. It's not good. But I am using the trailer tester thing. I have it hooked up there. I've already tested all the lights and everything. But now I'm checking the brakes and stuff like that. And see, I had the remote underneath here. Watch this. This is cool. I can activate the brakes by underneath here. And what you can do by doing that is take a tape measure and you can actually check the brake stroke. That's what DOT checks with a tape measure. And each one has so much brake stroke that it can have, type 30, and you can check these. That's pretty cool. And then it releases them. And then if you do this here, these buttons here, this cycles between all the lights and stuff. I'll show you that upstairs, out from underneath the trailer. One other thing I thought I'd show you guys to check out on these things is when you have the air to them, take a hammer like this and just go and just tap it on the brake chamber. You don't need a metal hammer. These work pretty good, and it's a deadbolt hammer. And just give it a whack. And you want to hear if you hear metal in there go cling, that means the main spring inside here is broken. and then you'll have to replace this. And I love how somebody has messed with this thing and did not put the plug back in. That's what wrecks them. And I don't know what it is about mechanics that can't seem to stick this plug back in. They just have an issue with it. They unplug it to look in there, to adjust them, whatever, and then they never put the plug back in. And all the rain and junk off the road goes in that hole, and it's a metal spring in there, and it rusts it and breaks. It's what happens to every one of these. They're very simple. So you just go around and you just tap on them. And you'll hear a difference. You'll hear a clang. You'll hear the difference if you hear the clang metal. All right, so now I'll show you guys how you can check the lights with this thing. It's pretty cool. See, I have my remote set up. And see, you can see the clearance light there. You have to back up way far back up. I've already done that, checked them, all the clearance lights are working. But those are the clearance light up on top. And then, if you just use the remote here, and you come around, and I'll just push the next button. See, that turns on the left blinker. And I've already checked all the blinkers and stuff, everything's working. But if you press that there, then you come around the other side, and you press the button again, now it operates the right blinker. And then if you press it again, oh, didn't catch, there we go. Now it's the clearance lights. I've checked all the lights already. And then, I believe the next one is brakes. Yep, see the brake lights come on, and you can see the top ones. Actually, I don't think I did check the top ones. I saw the bottom ones. I don't think I looked up, because we got these funky little lights up on the top too that operate as blinker, the lights. I'm gonna turn, see there, see how you see that? It blinks. So that one is working, and we'll see if this one's working. Yep, so they're working. And then see, there's your tail lights. See, all of them are working. This is pretty cool, I gotta say. There's your brake lights. That's AVS. And I mean, it's doing a sensor. I don't have it hooked up right to do the sensor check on it, but that's pretty cool. I'm really impressed with this thing. The boss made a really good buy here. And then, I mean, to be able to operate the brakes underneath and actually check brake stroke and everything, where you don't have to have another person, that's awesome. And you don't have to get off underneath there. You just go from one to one, push the button, push the button. It's pretty cool, guys. Sorry about the darkness. I don't have my, and I didn't really bring all my camera setup stuff. So there we go. So I'm actually going to be packing it up here. This is about as much time as I got, so I got to pack up my tools and get out of here. I think that's what I'm going to be doing here.